presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Last outing for Minnesota, the loss to the Rockets in Houston.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt it.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Livingston is out there with Thornton, and then there's Antetokounmpo, and there's Robin Lopez, and it's Gasol in at the 4 slot. Here is Livingston. Lopez with the bucket. Lopez has got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Timberwolves.
And Robin Lopez, a guy never shy about doing the grunt work. But his offense, I believe, really underrated. Just a solid finisher at the rim. Also a great offensive rebound.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Coach Flip Saunders. It's no secret that Steve Nash is the motor for their offense, and I asked him how he planned to slow him down. He said there really is no way to stop Nash from going where he wants, and they'll just try to rotate well to recover when they get that ball flying around on the offensive end.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of this game.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
And the shot is good. Budinger's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Budinger's gone 1 of 2 shooting from 3. Livingston kicks to Gasol. Here's Thornton. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And a lot of noise coming from these fans after that call was made.
Well, it seems like we've got some rookie officials here trying to handle the business and on the court, and the crowd clearly not in harmony with what they're calling.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. The defense stood tall there.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Thornton. Here's Livingston. It's blocked. Antetokounmpo against Nash. There's Marjanovic. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. He's off on the second. Timberwolves trail. Here's Livingston. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Livingston's got his first bucket in this one. Nash dishes to Budinger. Feeds to Okafor. And chance shot. Here's Marjanovic. Seattle missing again.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Gasol a screen. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Here's Livingston. Second shot opportunity. Good. Lopez has got his second basket of the game.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Back to Nash. Here's Budinger. Misses off the left iron.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Lopez a screen. Livingston kicks to Antetokounmpo. Lopez a screen. Thornton for 3. No good. Seattle goes the other way with it. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
Lopez a screen. Antetokounmpo passes to Thornton. And it's Thornton again missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. Ryan Anderson. He's checked in for Seattle. Maverick comes in for Nash. And a change for the Timberwolves. Alex Len's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo dishes to Livingston. And that one's good.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The three ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
It's deflected. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Antetokounmpo's got his first bucket of the night. Lets it go with a three. Rebound, Minnesota.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill set to be a triple-double guy. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential, except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
Here's Budinger, rips down the breakaway slam.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And talking about Giannis, he was clearly one of the very best players in that 2013 draft. Selected number 15 overall by the Bucks. And if you looking back, to me, that's what we'd have to call a steal with the kind of player he's developed into.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 17 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Anderson against Gasol. Kirilenko kicks to Budinger. It's a good-looking shot from the wing. Budinger's got 10. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Gasol a screen. The feed now to Thornton. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar. Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter.
And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Thornton's got his second bucket of the night.
And still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis' position is. It's kind of still up in the air. I mean, he's played mostly on the wing a season ago, and thus far, maybe that could end up being the best fit.
Minnesota making a switch here. Nurkic checked in for Gasol. Gallinari comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Decker's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Burke in for Sean Livingston.
That's how you make an impact with defense. And once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. Floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Here's Crawford. Soft touch off the glass. Crawford's got his first points in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Seattle.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Prior to last season, Giannis was experimenting with the point guard position for stretches during the summer league.
Well, you know, Kevin, he's just the type of guy whose size and length really allow him to guard every position.
True. Now, here is Gallinari. 17 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Deep two from Crawford. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now, here's Decker. And here's Gallinari outside. And it's Seattle with the ball. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Greg, we know how important it is when you can go to your reserves without much drop-off in production. It gives you a big advantage. I know they'd love to see that again tonight. Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Allen inside the three-point line. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Seattle ahead, up by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blocker, and it does intimidate them.
On the court for Minnesota, we've got Thornton. Malvin Lopez out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Gallinari in at the 3 slot.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Allen, that's good. The Timberwolves trail. Burke kicks to Gallinari. Dishes it to Lopez. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And if you look at Reggie Evens, he hasn't done a lot as a basketball player, but what he does really well. Rebound like a maniac, and he defends the post as if his family is in danger.
When one thinks of Reggie Evens, one word often comes to mind: hustle. It's through sheer relentlessness that he's made it over 13 years, Greg, in this NBA.
You know, he always gives maximum effort. The numbers and usage rate were down a little last year, but I believe he still has the fire and energy to give you a few good minutes every game.
To the inside, Lopez with the bucket.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook, really, when you look at how they're playing. They are having their way down low.
And now in transition is Thornton. Here we go. He kicks to Gasol. Trying to get open is Lopez. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Thornton.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Chase Budinger, he's checked in for Seattle. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Minnesota. Livingston comes in for Trey Burke. Livingston passes to Antetokounmpo. There's a screen. Here is Livingston. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston. A wide open look for Gasol, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Nash kicks to Budinger. And another basket for Seattle.
What a pass. Nash showing you excellent court vision there.
Here is Livingston, defended by Nash. It's deflected. Evens dishes to Budinger. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, it's really quite amazing when you look at Chase Budinger. I mean, statistically, he was the same player last year as when he was a rookie across every category, even smaller categories like steals and blocks, almost identical output 5 seasons apart.
Minnesota making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. Now, here's Nurkic. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Evans with the steal. To the paint. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Thornton, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Here is Livingston. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Malvin Williams. And Jusuf Nurkic, really a big, good-looking young prospect. He's the guy that took Glasgow's place in Denver.
Yeah, originally, Kevin, drafted by the Bulls at number 16, then traded to Denver, as you indicated. His sheer size alone, 7 feet, 280. That makes him a force on the glass.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And the pass to Thornton for the 3. Kept alive, Minnesota. Antetokounmpo.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard. And getting back to Nurkic, what makes him an intriguing prospect beyond his size is his exceptional balance. I mean, his excellent footwork makes him really effective in the pick and roll. He also possesses great lateral speed and quick hands for a big man.
Here's Thornton. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. Over to the wing. Here's Budinger. And the shot falls short this time.
And, you know, talking about Nurkic, I mean, his father, a police officer in Bosnia. According to the Denver Nuggets broadcasters last year, Dad is 7 feet tall and weighs a good 400 pounds or more. That's a big police officer there.
And that's what they have to do more of. They got a great look out of that possession.
Gasol a screen. Plenty of space. Gasol missing again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Thornton kicks to Gasol. Back to Thornton. The dish to Antetokounmpo. Down low from 10 feet out and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
But all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Seattle calls timeout.
He's been aggressive looking for a shot, but without much success. It might be time for him to take a step back and look to help the team in other ways.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Alex Len comes in for Pau Gasol. And Decker subbed in for Marcus Thornton. And that one's good. So it's Minnesota now. Here is Livingston. Pass to Decker. Nurkic dishes to Livingston. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Trey Burks checked in for the Timberwolves. Passes it to Decker. 5 to shoot. Traps in the tray. Decker's got 6.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
They get the rebound, and with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Okafor.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Emeka Okafor. Minnesota also with the sub. Gallinari's checked in. Nurkic can't hit.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
And checking out the stats for Maverick, how his last 10 games have gone. 2nd in blocks, and he's also number 2 league-wide in field goal percentage. You love his ability to score over the top of the defense.
And as you said, one of the best shot blockers in the league. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane.
Now here's Decker. 6 points for him. Bhullar with the rebound.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Here's Maverick. 9 points last game. Nobody near Allen. And he hits it to tie the game up. Allen's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. 1:21 left here in the second. Screen by Nurkic. Now here's Decker, guarded by Crawford. Another miss by Minnesota. Seattle has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Pass to Allen. From deep 3-point range, here's Bhullar. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Timberwolves shooting the ball beautifully in the second quarter. They're at 55% from the field. Scooped up. Len, good.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
I know there's some teams out there that would prefer to just shoot their way out of a slump, but, you know, getting a few to drop from in close or inside the arc is often a good way to get your whole offense going.
Now Decker following Ray Allen's 3-point attempt. Stolen away.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
Burke with it. Gallinari wide open. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Timberwolves lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. And that's going to do it for now.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. It's been quite a game for Chase Budinger.
And, you know, not always the guy that you would expect to be making the big plays, but so far tonight, he has delivered.
Yeah, he has. And he's really been a difference maker so far, and it wouldn't surprise me if they look his way a bit more to end this game.
We got Andrei Kirilenko. Budinger is out there with Nash. Then it's Okafor. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
And it's Gasol with the rebound. Here's Livingston. Here's Antetokounmpo. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
Lopez a screen. Kicks it to Thornton. Gasol on the high post. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Gasol's got 12.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Livingston kicks to Antetokounmpo. And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. Here's Okafor. And it's Marcus Thornton with the foul. That's his first foul.
And it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And the second free throw, good. Seattle trails by 4. Nash kicks to Okafor. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Nash has got assist number 7 for him tonight. And the Timberwolves call time.
I think just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Here is Livingston. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. Step back shot, and he gets the bucket. Antetokounmpo's got 9 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Flip Saunders was saying to his club. He went over the offensive game plan and that it hinges on running through Lopez. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Timberwolves leading by 4. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Kirilenko with the double team. From 13, Livingston no luck.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Okafor gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession. And guys, the wheels really fell off for Marcus Thornton's game last year. This is a deadly shooter who averaged over 21 points a game only a few seasons ago. But last season, under double figures at 9 for contact.
Reggie Evens is checked in for Seattle. Williams comes in for Andrei Kirilenko. On the topic of Thornton, Greg, last season he wasn't all bad. He did hit a career high 42% of his threes. Clark, the problem is he didn't provide anything else.
Yeah, he's an Allen Rich. He's a specialist. I mean, he's never been a great playmaker, rebounder, or defender. His money is made with his jump shot.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 9. It's Gasol missing. And here's Nash. For the lead, cannot hit. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Thornton passes to Livingston. He feeds it to Gasol. Good D by Williams. For Seattle, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Now, here's Thornton. 10 points for him. Here's Gasol. Another miss by Minnesota.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Nash dishes to Williams. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. And that one's good.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Lenz checked in for Gasol. Gallinari comes in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Burke in for Marcus Thornton. Here is Livingston. Lopez. Len kicks to Livingston. Inside. Second chance shot, and it's Gallinari missing. Seattle trails by 3. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Crawford. 10 points for Ray Allen.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control, even though he's going at breakneck speed. He still maintains his body control.
And it's Seattle with the ball. After the basket by Minnesota. Here's Maverick. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Maverick's got the game tied up here for Seattle.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Here's Maverick. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. Decker comes in for Sean Livingston. Feeds to Gallinari. Dishes it to Nurkic. That is good. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time.
Now here's Burke. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. A second chance effort. The rebound by Anderson.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Here's Burke. Ray Allen picking up that last basket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off the perimeter guys, too.
Minnesota in the lead.
Tight D, tight D.
Now Burke. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Decker kicks to Nurkic. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Crawford outside for the lead. Decker with the rebound. Timberwolves shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. There's the feed to Burke. Glenn, a screen. Jumper off the screen. Burke can't get it to go.
And coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
There's the pick. Here's Bhullar, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Gallinari inside the three-point line. Good on the jump shot. Gallinari's got 4 points in the quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Antetokounmpo is out there with Pau Gasol. And there's Livingston. Then it's Thornton. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And here we go with Kirilenko running it up the court. And the shot is good. Budinger's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Seattle. And he gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. That's good.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Here's Maverick. He kicks it to Kirilenko. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And the pass to Thornton. At the top of the key, Livingston. The dish to Thornton. And it's Thornton again missing.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And that one's good. Mavericks got the game tied up here for Seattle.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint. He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Pass to Williams, inside, And it's Seattle with another.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And guys, you know, last year Malvin Williams signed a big contract, and he did not follow that up with big production. In fact, he tied a career low in terms of his field goal percentage at only 42, and not exactly what the Hornets were expecting from their new stretch four.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kev. Well, during that last break, I heard Flip Saunders addressing his team. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes, he said. Stop with the bombs and work it inside.
Thanks, Doris. The thing about Malvin Williams, you know, we know he doesn't create for others. He doesn't generate a lot of blocks or steals. But, you know, the one thing he does, he can hit the boards, he rebounds well, and he's got a pretty good shot from outside.
Yeah, and last season he didn't have any big numbers, but the ones that were at least respectable were in the areas you just mentioned, rebounding and three-point shooting, Kevin.
Here is Livingston after the basket by Seattle. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. The wing jumper off target.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one. Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Now, here's Gasol. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12. For Seattle, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Okafor inside. He's up against Gasol. That's good. And that's 18 points for Emeka Okafor. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
What you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
You look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
Gasol is doubled. Lopez right side. Passes to Antetokounmpo. Thornton dishes to Gasol. Baseline try. Again, the miss by Gasol.
And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked.
And what a game for Okafor. He has 18 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Misses in close.
And Lopez, or as they like to call him, Rolo, an elite rim protector. Just a really good shot blocker, but he doesn't chase one. He just challenges every shot inside without foul.
That free throw missing.
Boban Marjanovic.
So we can't get either to fall. Minnesota in the lead. Lopez, a screen on Nash. Here's Gasol, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. 16 points for Pau Gasol.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Timberwolves have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Livingston passes to Antetokounmpo. And the shot no good, a bit short.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game. And Seattle making a change here. Crawford's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Alinari, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside. He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now, here is Gallinari, and that one's good.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Here's Marjanovic. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Nash outside. They get it again. Misses from close range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Over to the wing. Gallinari against Nash. And Gallinari kicks to Lopez. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
No good on that one.
Wow. Boy, they just can't seem to catch a break at the line here in the second half. But you know what? I think at the free throw line, you often make your own breaks. It's one thing to get there. The other half of it is you got to knock them down.
Seattle trails by 6. Right side, Kirilenko. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. Crawford, no one around him. Good on the triple.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Now, here's Nash after the miss from Pau Gasol. And Crawford with the basket on the assist by Nash. Crawford's got it all tied up now for Seattle.
Yeah, you can see they gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
Thornton dishes to Livingston. Gasol's got room, takes the 12-footer and hits.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Now here's Okafor. 7-foot shot. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gasol's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Out to the right wing. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Crawford drives in. Seattle missing again.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now here's Gasol. Gasol with another miss. And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. Crawford's shot is good.
It's really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're leading by 2. 1:03 left to play here in the fourth. .103 left in the fourth quarter. Livingston kicks to Gasol. Again, the miss by Gasol. Seattle has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Pass to Nash to take the lead. No good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Pushing it up. Buries it.
No, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
To the middle. Here's Marjanovic. Money.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And finished off by Gasol.
Somebody set a fire under Pau Gasol.
Seattle calls timeout. They're down by 4. We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
And the important thing about the foul is who you foul. They don't want to send a top-notch free thrower to the line if they can avoid it.
And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said.
Well, first off,
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey, y'all. Robin Lopez.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys.
And that wraps things up, folks.